Hi there. You're getting ready to do a story retell with the city mouse and the country mouse. I'm going to send this picture of the dinner with the city mouse to you on Class Dojo. Then you're going to draw a picture of our two mice, our city mouse and our country mouse. You're going to draw them on our table here, eating a dinner. Then you're going to use this picture to do a story retell. Make sure the story has a beginning, a middle, talks about a problem, and the end. All right? We're also going to be listening and learning all about the word feast. In the story, The City Mouse and the Country Mouse, you heard the words feast. The story said, the remains of somebody's magnificent feast still lay spread out on the table. Say the word feast with me. Feast. A feast is a big special meal with lots of fancy food. In our story, the mice had a feast in the city, just like this picture we're looking at. They ate delicious ham, sweet potatoes, and cake with icing. On Thanksgiving, many families have a feast. They put out a fancy tablecloth, set the table with silverware, and eat fancy food like turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, and pumpkin pie. I had a feast on my birthday. I ate lots of delicious food like roast beef, mashed potatoes, and my favorite, chocolate cake. Now, I want you to think of a delicious food that you would like to eat at a feast. What foods would you like to eat at a feast? Maybe it's your favorite kind of food. Go ahead and pause this video and share with your family what your fancy food you would like to eat at your feast is. What's the word we've been talking about that means a big fancy meal? You're right. It's the word feast. Let's think about some other things that we may have at a feast. We're going to put our thumbs up if it's a good feast food, or if it's not a feast and it's not very fancy, give me a thumbs down. Are you ready? Turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, gravy, and chocolate cake. Is that a feast or not a feast? It's a feast. Good job. What about a piece of bread? Is that a feast or no? No, a piece of bread is not a feast. What about ham, green beans, rolls, cranberry sauce, and ice cream with chocolate sauce? Does that sound like a big fancy meal? A feast? Yes or no? Yes, that is a feast. What about a hot dog? Is a hot dog a feast? Yes or no? No, a hot dog by itself is not a very big feast, and it's not a very special kind of food either. What about steak, baked apples, broccoli, rolls, and chocolate chip cookies? Is that a feast or not a feast? That's a feast. Great job. I have one more for you. What about when we use paper plates and plastic forks? Would we use that for a feast or no? Plastic and paper plates. Probably not. If you can, you want to try to have a tablecloth, some candles, maybe flowers, silverware, and your nice glass plates to eat a feast on. I hope you learned all about the word feast, and I can't wait to hear and see your drawings and illustrations of your story retelling.